what's up guys? So today we're reading The Magic Faraway by Enid, Blyton, chapter 20 and possibly 21. And the reason I'm in a different place is because I accidentally dropped my tablet, the device I use for recording my videos and everything else, and the screen broke. So now it has to be in its case all the time. Also, the screen is literally being held together by two screen protectors and everything else that's in the screen that I don't know about. So yeah, let's get started on the chapter. Let me pause because I don't have an intro that I wanted to add there. Chapter 20, The Land of Magic Medicines. For a few days the children had no time to even think of going to their friends in the faraway tree. Their mother was in bed ill, and the doctor came each day. Just let her lie in bed and keep her warm, he said to the children and their father. Give her what she likes to eat, and don't let her worry about anything. The children and father were upset, but mother had to go out to work as usual. They all loved mother, and it was strange to see her lying in bed. There's all that washing that I had to do for Miss Jones, she said. No, you children are not to try and do it. It's too much for you. Moonface and Silky came to visit the children one morning, and they were very sorry to hear that the children's mother was ill. She worries about the washing, said Beth. She won't let us do it. I don't know what to do about it. Oh, we can manage that for you, said Silky at once. Old Dame Washlot will do it for nothing. It's the joy of her life to wash. Wash, wash. I believe if she's got nothing dirty to wash, she washes clean things. Odd. She even washes the leaves on the faraway tree if she's got nothing else to wash. Is that the basket over there? Moonface and I will take it up the tree now. If I could speak. Playlist alert. Up there, or it could be over there. I don't know. Hashtag UK lockdown. Boredom. Moonface and I will take it up the tree now and bring it back when it's finished. Oh, thank you, Silky dear, said Beth gratefully. Mother will be so pleased when I tell her. She'll stop worrying about that. Silky and Moonface went off with the basket. They took it to Dame Washlot, and how her face shone with joy when she saw such a lot of washing to be done. Bit weird that she loves washing, but I'm going to hold it against her. I forgot that my bean chair thingy wasn't up, so like the back thing wasn't up. Oh, I don't know how to explain it. I forgot it wasn't up. I'll bring this up. Basically just a bean bag that's like, I don't know how to explain it. I'll show it. That's the bean chair thing. And now I need to get fishing in. Okay, never mind it. Excuse me, permission to do that? No, get out, white punk. Oh, I forgot to say the chapter title. Chapter 20, The Land of Magic Medicines. My, this is good of you, she said, taking out the dirty things and throwing them into her enormous wash tub of 30p water. Now this is what I really enjoy. I'll have them all washed and ironed by tonight. Silky was pleased. She knew how beautifully Dame Washlot washed and ironed. She went to Moonface's house to have dinner with him. I do wish we could help make the children's mother better, she said. She's such a lovely lady, isn't she? And the children love her so much. Moonface can't possibly think... Moonface, can't you possibly think of anything? Well, I don't think toffee shops would be any good, do you? Said Moonface. I've got some of those. Of course not, silly. It's medicine we want. Pills or something. But as nobody is ill in the faraway tree, there's nowhere to buy them from. That night they went to see if Dame Washlet had finished the washing. She had. It was washed and beautifully ironed and folded up in the basket, ready to be taken away. I've had a lovely time, said the old dame, beaming at Silky. My, the water I poured down the tree today. Yes, I heard the angry pixie shouting like anything because he got soaked at least 4 times, said Moonface with a grin. He's got plums growing on the tree just outside his house, and he was picking them. And each time he went out to pick them, he got soaked with your water. You be careful he doesn't come up and shout at you. If he does, I'll put him in my next wash tub full of dirty water and empty him down the tree with it, said Dame Washlet. Ooh, I wish I could see you do that, said Silky, tying a rope to the basket of washing so that she could let it down the tree to the bottom. Well, Dame Washlet, thank you very much. The person who usually does the washing is ill in bed, and can't seem to get better. It's such a pity. I wish I could make her well. Why, Silky, the land of medicines is coming tomorrow, said the old dame. You could get any medicine you like there, and your friend would soon be better. Why don't you visit the land and get some? That's a really good idea, said Silky happily, letting down the basket bit by bit. Moonface had gone to the bottom of the tree to catch it. I'll tell Moonface, and maybe he and I could go and get some medicine. She slipped down the tree and told Moonface what the old dame has said. Moonface put the basket of washing on his shoulder and beamed at Silky. That's good news for the children, he said. Come on, we'll hurry and tell them. The children were delighted to have the washing back so quickly, all washed and ironed. Rick set off with it to Miss Jones. Beth ran to tell her mother that she needn't worry any more about it. Silky and Joe and Franny Silky told Joe and Franny about the next land of magic medicines coming the next day to the top of the faraway tree. They listened in surprise. Well, I vote we go there, said Joe at once. I made my mind none of us would go while Mother was ill. But if there's a chance of getting someone to make her better, we'll certainly go. One of us must stay behind with Mother and the rest of us go. So it was arranged that Joe, Rick and Beth should meet at Moonface's house early the next morning. They would go They would go up to the strange land and see what they could find for their mother. Franny was quite willing to stay with her mother, though she felt a little bit left out. She said goodbye to Joe, Rick and Beth soon after breakfast the next day and promised to wash up the breakfast things carefully. Tears in eyes need to go away. And to sit with her mother until the rest of them came back. They set off and arrived outside Moonface's house at the top of the tree. Very soon afterwards, Moonface and Silky were... Oh gosh, I'm going to have to restart the page. There's a thing in my eye. For 10 minutes. And to sit with her mother until the rest of them came back. They set off and wandered outside Moonface's house at the top of the tree. Very soon afterwards, Moonface and Silky were waiting for them. Is old Saucepan coming? Asked Joe. Hi, Saucepan. Do you want to come? Shouted Moonface, leaning down the tree. Very dangerous thing to do that. Saucepan was with what's his name. Amazingly, he heard what Moonface said and shouted back, Yes, I'll come, but where to? Up the ladder, yelled Moonface. Hurry! So Saucepan came with them, and in a little while they all stood in the land of magic medicines. It was just as peculiar as every land that came to the top of the faraway tree. It didn't seem to be a land after all. When the children had climbed up the ladder to the top, they found themselves in what looked like a great big factory, a place where all kinds of pills, medicines, bandages, and so were made. Goblins and gnomes, pixies and fairies were as busy as could be, stirring great pots over curious green fires, pouring medicines into shining bottles, and counting out pills to put in coloured boxes. In one corner, a goblin was stirring a purple mixture in a yellow bowl. Beth looked at it. "It's a kind of ointment," she said to the others. "I wonder what it's for." "It's to make bad legs strong again," said the goblin, stirring hard. "Do you want some?" "Well, I don't know anyone with bad legs," said Beth. Thank you all the same. If I did, I would love to have some, because it would be so marvellous to make somebody's bad legs better." A pixie nearby was pouring some sparkling green medicine into bottles shaped like bubbles. The children and the others watched, made a funny singing noise as it went in. "What's that for?" asked Joe. "Whoever takes this will have shining eyes," said the pixie. "Shining, smiling eyes are the loveliest eyes in the world. Is this the medicine you have come for?" "Oh, no, not exactly," said Joe. "I'd like to have some, though." "Oh, your eyes are smiley eyes," said the pixie, looking at him. "This is for sad people, whose eyes have become dull." "I don't know the difference, but someone who does, please say in the live chat, because this is going to be a premiere." How exciting! Boom, boom, boom. I'm not editing this video, no one is, so I can't get thanks. This is quarantine hair, everybody. This is meet quarantine hair. Meet the quarantine hair. Meet it. I have to put up with it, so do you. Come see me when you're an old man and your eyes cannot see very well. I'll give you plenty of them. "Oh," said Joe. "Well, I won't be here then. I've only just come on a short visit." Rick called to the others. "Look," he cried. Here's some really marvellous pills. Watch them being made." Everyone watched. It was most astonishing to see. First of all, the pills were enormous, as large as footballs. A goblin blew on them with a pair of bellows, out of which came green smoke, and at once they went down to the size of a cricket ball. Then he splashed them with what looked like moonlight from a watering can. They went as small as marbles. If my mouth functioned today, that would be great, but it doesn't. Then he blew on them gently, and they went they went as small as green peas. I don't know what I was saying there. And each one jumped into a pillbox with a ping, 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 till the box was full. "What are they for?" asked Rick. "To make short people tall," said the goblin. "Some people hate being short. These pills are make of big things. The shadow of a mountain, the height of a tree, the crash of a thunderstorm, things like that, and they have the power to make anything or anyone grow." "Could I have some?" asked Rick eagerly. "Take a boxful," said the goblin. Rick took it. He read what was written on it. "Growing pills, one to be taken 3 times a day." So, at normal meals then, because a normal person would eat like 3 meals a day. Breakfast, lunch, dinner. So you need to eat one. So apparently you need to eat one. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, no fingers anymore. Now Rick was not very tall for his age, and he had always wanted to be big. He looked longingly at the pills. If he took 3 at once, maybe he would grow taller. That'd be great. He popped 3 of the pills into his mouth. He sucked them. They tasted so horrible that he swallowed them all in a hurry. And goodness, what a surprise when the others turned to speak to Rick. He was taller than their father. He was as tall as the ceiling in their cottage. He towered above them, looking down on them in alarm, for he hadn't expected to grow quite so much or quite so quickly. Rick, you've been taking those growing pills, cried Joe. Just the sort of stupid thing you would do. You're enormous. How in the world do you think you'd ever get down the hole in the cloud? I'll do something to help me, begged Rick, who really was frightened to be so enormous. Everyone else looked so small. Joe, Moonface, what can I do? I'm still growing. I'll burst out of the roof in a minute. The goblins and pixies around suddenly noticed how fast Rick was growing. They began to shout and squeal. He'll break through the roof. He'll bring it down on top of us. Quick, stop him growing. I think that's all we have time for today, so I will see you tomorrow for chapter 22. Also, shout out to Studios, link in the description. Bye, 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 bye.